Hi guys, this is Mr. C and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm making a very special video for you guys today. And today's video is about applying to a Hungarian university and also applying for your Hungarian visa to study in Hungary. Now if you're a new viewer to this YouTube channel, you're seeing this channel for the first time, I encourage you to smash the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscribed viewer, hit that like button and leave your comment in the comment section, because at the end of this video you're going to have a lot of questions to ask. And mind you, this video is not a 10-minute video. It's going to be maybe from 15 minutes, because I'm going to load this video with a whole lot of information that is going to help you apply for your Hungarian study visa and your Hungarian university admission by yourself. You're not going to use an agent. And that is one of the purpose of this YouTube channel, is to completely eradicate the need for you to use an agent when you want to travel overseas. This is a complete do-it-yourself video. Well, anyway, in today's video, like I said, I'm going to teach you guys how you can apply to a Hungarian university. And after obtaining your admission, you proceed to applying for your Hungarian visa at the Hungarian embassy. Okay, applying to a Hungarian university comes down to two things. If you're able to meet the criteria, the admission criteria, and paying the tuition fee. And applying for your Hungarian visa comes to two things as well. If you've been given admission to a Hungarian university, and whether you're able to establish that you have a sufficient financial capacity to take care of yourself while you are in Hungary. And now, if you paid your tuition fee, you've done 50% of this matter, okay? Anyway, let's move ahead. Applying to Hungarian university usually takes some key stages. And in today's video, I'm going to take you through some of the very important key stages that are necessary to check out, okay? Now, in the first stage, you need to search the Hungarian universities. You have to do your own research and look at the Hungarian universities and see what programs that they offer. Okay. Now, I always recommend you to use Bing browser, because when you go to your Bing browser, you just have to type list of universities in Hungary. All right, guys. My preferred browser is Bing, and what you do is you type here list of universities in Hungary. Alright, so this is how you do it, and you get the list of universities in Hungary all lined up smooth and easily for you. Okay, now as I said, this is the first step. You need to research the university and see what programs that they offer. And when you visit a university's website and you find a program that you would like to enroll in, the next thing is checking whether you meet the enrollment criteria. Okay, now the enrollment criteria could be anything. It could be if your high school grade is sufficient to enroll for that particular program. Different programs have different enrollment criteria, and if you meet a program's criteria, you be given a chance to apply for that program. You'll be eligible to apply for that program. All right, so we proceed. You check the criteria and you see the admission requirements as well, and usually there are different admission requirements. So you have to make sure that you meet the admission requirements. That is the entry requirement. And some of the requirements, the document that you'll be asked to provide is your transcripts. Okay, if you're applying for a BSc, you need to provide your high school transcripts. Okay, you need to provide your high school transcripts, and you need to submit a CV, curriculum vitae. You have to provide a motivation letter. You need to provide proof of language proficiency if English is not the language of study in your country. In this case, you have to provide a proof that you can read and write. You can understand English. Now, for Nigerians, English is the language of study in, I think, all of our universities or all our high school. And in this case, you are exempted. And of course, some universities will be still ask you to provide that. And in this case, what you can do is you can go to your high school and request from the high school to issue you a document that states that English is the language of study during your high school. And this document is usually a letterhead document that has the letterhead of the university, and it's going to contain statement that you studied in this university in the so period, and this is your name, and this is your uh, document number, this is your WAEC document number, and the mode of study or the language of study in this university is English, and it's going to contain the stamp of the university. That is just sufficient enough. Now, after providing this document, you have to apply for a program that you choose, and to successfully apply for a program, you have to pay an application fee in all of the cases. You have to pay application fee. The application fee usually range from 100 euro to 200 euro depending on the university. And the quickest way to pay for this admission fee for Nigerians, because I know this forest issue, is to, if you have somebody who already reside in Europe, you can just give them the bank account of the university, and they will pay the application fee for you, and you pay them in naira. Okay, you pay them in naira, and they will give you the receipt. And with this receipt, you go to the application portal. After filling all your information, you upload your document, your curriculum vitae, your motivation letter, your transcripts, and I think your proof of language proficiency. You upload all these documents, and you upload the receipt of your application fee payment, and then you click submit. Now there is a problem that most people usually face when I do this thing for my clients, and one of the problem is gathering their transcripts. Some people have this issue whereby they studied in different high school, maybe GSS1 here, GSS2 in different school, GSS3 in different school. The SS, your WAEC was done in a completely different school entirely, so your transcript is just all over the place. In this case, what you can do is you can gather the transcripts from these places. You gather your transcript from these places, and you present the transcript to the school where you took your WAEC. You give them the transcript. They are going to combine the whole scores and issue you a single transcript document. And this is a document, they are going to stamp it. Okay, it has to contain a stamp. They will stamp it, and this is a document that you're going to use to apply. I hope this is clear. Now, after a successful application, if you meet the criteria, I mean, if they like what they see, they may invite you for interview. If you are being invited for an interview, what they want to check is if you understand, mostly if you understand English, if you're able to communicate in English. They may ask you questions like, what is your name, where are you from, what did you study, what have you done after your high school, why do you want to study. So it's just a kind of an interactive section between you and the interview personnel. And now in other cases, they may ask you to take an entrance exam. And now the entrance exam is going to be program specific. If you're applying to study medicine, it's going to be about biology, physics, and blah blah blah. And if you're applying to study informatics, it may be mathematics. It's going to be mathematics. When I apply, it's about mathematics. But don't be afraid. All right, don't be afraid. Okay, it's nothing to worry about. And when you pass the entrance exam, now is when you receive your conditional letter of acceptance. Okay, you receive a conditional letter of acceptance, and in that letter, it's going to ask you to pay the tuition fee to the university. Now, different university has different procedures on how the tuition fee payment is are being paid. In some universities, you have to pay a lump sum of the 2 semesters for one academic year, while in other universities, you may pay per semester. So depending on the choice of the options of university, you pay your tuition fee, and after paying your tuition fee, you will be issued a final letter of acceptance. After you receive your final letter of acceptance, now you can proceed with applying for your visa. Before you receive your final letter of acceptance, you also have to pay accommodation fee. And accommodation fee is mostly for 5 months. That is for one semester. A semester is 5 months. Accommodation fee usually for 5 months, and depending on the university and the availability of accommodation for that university, the price is going to depend on that. Okay. Now, what most universities do is that they help new students to obtain accommodation, because they know that it may be difficult for you to search for accommodation. So even universities that don't have accommodation, their own accommodation. They have affiliations with some housing bodies or some housing enterprise to offer accommodation for new students. So when you are applying for your admission, make sure you ask the university, make sure you ask the admission officer about the accommodation, because it's very necessary when you are applying for your visa. It's going to determine greatly whether you be issued a visa or not, because the immigration officer wants to make sure that you have a place to stay in Hungary. Okay, all right. I believe you understand that. Now, with your final letter of acceptance, this is when you start preparing your document for immigration. Okay, what you need to know is that the Hungarian embassy is in Abuja, in Nigeria. Hungarian embassy is located in Abuja, Matiama. You search on the internet for the location. It's there in Abuja, and when you're in Abuja, you can just ask any taxi driver that will take you there directly. It's not something you should worry about. What you should worry about is your documentation. The document that you need to apply for your Hungarian visa. I'm going to list this document for you. Now, you need to provide your final letter of admission, okay, final letter of acceptance. And when you have that, you need to provide that is your accommodation document, because the university is going to issue you accommodation document. You provide that. You need your passport, your international passport data page. You need passport photograph in white background. In white background. You also need insurance. 3 months insurance is enough. I have people who do insurance there in Abuja, so it's not something you have to worry about if you don't know how to do that. 3 months insurance is enough. And now, after your insurance, you need a sponsorship statement. Okay, if you're going to be sponsored by your parents, they have to write a notarized statement that they are your sponsor. It's a letter addressed to the embassy, addressed to the Hungarian embassy, to the consular of Hungarian embassy, that this is what they do and they are the one responsible to take care of you while you are studying there. Now, listen carefully. If you are applying, if you are the one that is going to sponsor yourself, you also need to provide this notarized statement. And in that letter, you state that you are going to be the one who will be responsible to sponsor yourself while you are in Hungary. It needs to be notarized. You take it to the lawyer, take it to a lawyer, and they will notarize it before you submit it. Don't submit ordinary letter that you just signed. Okay, if you don't know how to do it, contact me and I will tell you how to do it. Okay, now this is the document, and you need your bank statement, your bank statement, your bank account statement. And I think at this time you need nothing less than probably 15 to 20 million in your bank account. This is after paying your school fees. 10 million is enough as well, because after paying your school fees for 1 year or meeting the admission criteria, and you've paid your accommodation for 5 months, if you have up to 10M in your account, is going to be enough. And they also check the inflow of cash in and out of your account. This is also something that they look into. I hope you understand. Now, this is the document that you need to submit to the consular, the Hungarian consular in Abuja. But before you go and submit this document, you need to book an appointment. Let me see what is the website where you can book an appointment. The website to book an appointment is abuja.mfa.gov.hu. This is the website. It's going to appear on the screen. You're going to see it on the screen. This is where you go, and on the home page you see appointment booking. You book appointment. You book appointment. You choose a date. You see available date. You put your name there, and you book the appointment. On that date, that is when you go there with your document. Please make sure you gather all your documents. You gather all your documents and go there. And one thing you need to know is that they also accept landed. If you have landed property, you can also use that as a proof of fund. You can also submit document of your landed property as a proof of fund. Okay, just make sure that you have the original copies. You take it there. They are going to scan it and give you back the original copy as well. Or you can take photocopies and take it there. Colored photocopies, and you take it there. They will give you back originals too, so don't be afraid. And when you get to the Hungary on your visa submission day, your visa application submission day, when you get there, there is also another interview that is being done. It's not a direct face-to-face interview. They'll give you they'll give you a document that contains several questions, multiple choice, and some theoretical questions, essay questions. So they will ask you to pick the right choice depending on the program you are going to study. In my case, informatics, computer science, The question paper contains questions regarding computer science, IP address, what is a computer, what is a hard disk, what does a mouse do, what does a floppy disk do, where is a map of Hungarian in the European map, things like that. You expect things like this. Expect things like this. Anyway, that is for that, and that is the final stage. You need to have your passport details, as I said. What really matters is your insurance. You have a 3-month insurance. There's no need to provide a 6-month insurance. 3-month insurance policy. Eh? You have a good bank account statement. You also have a notarized statement, declaration that you sponsor yourself if you are self-sponsoring yourself. If your parents or somebody is sponsoring you, they have to provide a notarized statement. Something you also need to remember is a relative cannot sponsor you. The only people who are allowed to sponsor you are your parents, your relative, like maybe your brother and sister. They may allow that, but they have to provide concrete proof of funds, like if they are doing business, maybe their bank account statement of their business or their tax record, things like that. I hope you understand the whole thing. So anyway, why should you even study in Hungary? Well, that is a big question, and this whole video is not going to be enough for me to explain that to you. Okay, but let me tell you one thing: is that Hungary is located in the central part of Europe. Okay, is a landlocked country. Okay, and from Hungary you can navigate to different areas, different European countries. Hungary is a very beautiful country, and when you come here, you're going to experience Hungary yourself. Okay, and when you arrive here, it's like an entry port into Europe. And the universities here provide a very straightforward application process. The application requirements are very straightforward. The process is very straightforward. They don't stress you. If you can meet uh, the enrollment criteria, and you can pay your tuition fee, you get your admission. And of course, it's not always the case in most of the times. Anyway, I hope I have helped you guys today, and I hope you really understand the process. Are you just seeing this channel for the first time? I encourage you to smash the subscribe button, because I'm going to be posting very useful and informative content like this in the coming days and weeks in the future, and all of you are going to benefit from it. And if you also know somebody who is trying to move overseas, especially to Europe, tell them to become a subscriber to this channel, because I'm going to be posting content that they are all going to benefit from. And the way that you can really help me is by hitting that subscribe button. If you want me to be so so motivated, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, smash it. Don't be afraid. There's no need for you to be afraid. Now, as I said, I hope this video was very informative for you guys. I'm really very happy if I have helped any one of you. Okay, and if you have difficulties along the way, of which I know you're going to have, do not hesitate to reach out or contact me. My email address is contactmrc4@gmail.com. You can even leave me questions in the comment section, because I always pay attention there. At least for now, I'm very sensitive to your comments. I try as much as possible to answer them. And if you have any other things that you'd like me to talk about, please leave them in the comment section. And in the coming days, I'm going to tell you how to apply for to a Slovakia university. And in Slovakia, most of the universities are free of charge, but the catch is the application process is not straightforward. It is so complicated, and I'm going to break that application process in the coming videos, so it's going to be simple for you guys, as simple as ABC. And until the next video, see you guys another time. Ciao.